Hello friends, now I am going to cover Flask HTTP methods. What is HTTP method? HTTP is a hypertext transfer protocol which is considered as a function of the data transfer in the World Wide Web. All web frameworks including Flask need to provide several HTTP methods for data communications. I am going to show you Flask HTTP methods. Basically, we have 4 different HTTP methods. You can say 5, but mostly we are using 4 only. Get, post, put, and delete. Someone can say here also, but it's same like the get also. Okay. What is GET? GET is the common method which can be used to send data in the unencrypted format to the browser. GET, it is the most common method which can be used to send data in the unencrypted form to the server. That is GET. Send the data in the unencrypted format to the browser. Okay. Now head. It is similar to the get but used without the response body. Okay. It is the same as get but used without the response body. Okay, this is not commonly used. Okay. Not commonly used. Okay, now put. What is put? It is used to replace all the current representation of the target resource with the uploaded content. Okay, basically it's used for update the data. Okay, now what is post? It is used to send the form data to the server. The server doesn't cache the data transmitted using the post method. This is important when we need to post the data into the server. Doesn't cache the data. Okay. Now delete. This is also important. It is used to delete all the current representation of the target resources specified in the URL. Basically, it is used to delete the data. Okay. We can specify which HTTP method to be used to handle a request in the root function of the Flask class. By default, the requests are handled by the get method. Okay. Now I am going to show the post method. To handle the post request at the server, let's first create a form to get some data at the client side from the user, and we will try to access this data on the server by using the post request. Now I am going to create one directory, that is templates, and this I am going to say this is very important when I am going to show the structure of the folder that you are going to create during the Flask project, and I tell you every HTML file that is going to reside into the templates folder. If you are not going to reside into the templates folder, then it will give you error. Now I am going to create one HTML file that is login.html. Click OK. It will give you basic things. Login page. In the body I'm going to use form action. Form action equal to HTTP 127.0.0.1 5000, that is port number, \login and method equal to post. Okay, this is I'm going to say post. Close form. I'm going to create table td, and the td basically the input type. Equal to text. Name equal to uname. tr is close. And after the tr we are going to use name. The name, that is the label kind of thing. And now I'm going to close tr. Now I'm going to open new tr and inside the td this is the password, and one more td, this is input type. I'm going to copy and paste it here, and here basically the password is password and this name is pass. Okay, this is created one basic table that is going to two text box. One is text input type, that is name, and second is the password. I'm using password because when you are going to enter it will give you a star or dot dot dot. Okay, add the button trtd input type, submit. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove this one. I'm going to create from Flask import star. I'm going to import all the libraries, and after that app equal to Flask and underscore name. Okay, and after that going to root of the login app dot root / login, and method is post. Methods equal to post method. Post. Okay, and after that we are going to define login uname equal to request dot form pass. Okay, and password to request dot form to pass password. Okay, and if uname equal to text and password equal to Flask, then we have to return welcome to %s and then %uname we can use paste okay, and after that if underscore name equal to underscore main underscore column, then app.run debug true. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to run this login file, okay, using Chrome. Copy and paste the login.html into the new windows. Okay, now I'm going to type tech and the password is Flask. Okay, now if I'm going to submit, what will happen, that is going to call this login, that is basically uname is tech and password is Flask, then it will say welcome to your uname, that means welcome to tech, and click on submit, right, welcome to tech. Okay, this is clear now. Post method. Now I'm going to show how we are going to use get method. Okay, the get method, for that first one we are going to change, instead of post, that we are going to use get, and the main what we are going to do, instead of method post I'm going to use get, and now I'm going to submit, right, we are submitting. Post we are submitting. For get what we are doing, we are retrieving, right, instead of request.form, now I am going to use request.args.get. okay, and here also instead of request.form, because form when you are going to use when you are going to submit the data, and when you are going to retrieve, then we are using args.get method. Okay, instead of this is we are going to use, okay, now I'm going to pass tech and Flask. We are getting the same output, welcome to tech. Okay, let's submit, right, welcome to tech, but this time you will see it, this is going to use from the get method, and you will see the parameter, right, for the get you will see the uname we are passing tech, and pass we are going to pass Flask. Okay, and then we are getting the get method using the Flask. Okay, this is clear now. I am showing both the get method and post method. Okay, now I am going to show you Flask template. Okay, I'm going to Flask templates. In the previous example, we have written the simple string as the response from the view function. We are using returning only this string, right? Even Flask facilitates us to return the response in the form of HTML template. Now we will go through the way using that we can return the HTML response from the web application. Okay. Now I am going to change this code. Remove this one. App.root. We are going to pass backslash only and define message. It is going to bond with the root return HTML body h1 hi, welcome to the website. and I'm going to close the h1 here. Body, I'm going to close it. Then I'm going to close HTML also. Okay, yes. Okay, now I'm going to return hi, welcome to the website. Right now I'm going to return the HTML form also. Right now I'm going to show you how we are going to rendering external HTML file. Now I'm going to show how we are going to rendering external HTML files. Flask facilitates us to render the external HTML files instead of hard coding the HTML in the view function. Here we can take advantage of the Jinja 2 template engine on which the Flask is based. Flask provides us the render underscore template function which can use to render the external HTML file. Flask provides us to render underscore HTML template. Render underscore template function which can use to render the external HTML files to be written as the response from the view function. Let's go with the example. Render underscore HTML function, basically that you are going to render the HTML file. Now I am going to create one HTML file here, that is messages. Enter. Here I am going to use messages, and here I am going to use h1 tag. H1 tag hello welcome to the Flask websites, and make sure all the HTML file that is going to create under the templates folder. Okay, now I'm going to click here messages. Now instead of using the string HTML file, now I am going to use render underscore templates instead of string HTML tag. Okay, render underscore template. I am going to pass messages dot HTML. Okay, now click on save. I'm going to start. At what is there before? Welcome to the website. Now what it will show? Welcome to the Flask website, that is render the HTML. Refresh it. Right now I'm going to say right welcome to the Flask website. This is clear now. Now I'm going to show the delimiter, that is very important. Now I'm going to remove this one. Delimiter. Okay, delimiters. Okay, Jinja 2 templates engine provides some delimiters which can be used in the HTML to make it capable of dynamic data representation. The template system provides some HTML syntax which are placeholder for variables and expression that are replaced by the actual values when the template is rendered. The Jinja 2 templates engine provides the following delimiters to escape from the HTML. The first one is percent, that is for statement. Okay, this is very important for statements. Okay, second one that is for expression, to print the template output. Print the template output. The third one has that is for the comments that are not included in the template output. Not included in the template output. Okay, fourth one, line statement has access for line statements. Okay, let's go the example one by one. Now I'm going to change the HTML file. Okay, messages.html file. Now I'm going to remove this body and I'm going to use h1 and hello, and that I'm going to show you double quote name. I will tell you how we are going to get this name also. Okay, now we'll go with main.py. Okay, now I'm going to use root app.root and then going to pass \user /uname. Okay, I'm going to define the messages. I'm going to pass the uname, and after the return render template messages.html and going to name that is equal to uname. Okay, now you got it. Where you will get the name? This one name is same as this one name. Okay, and then when you are going to pass uname, that is going to pass it here in the message in the function, and then name is going to set with the uname. Okay, now I am going to save it. Now what the output will get? I am going to use /user /flask. Okay, and enter hello flask. Okay, this is clear. Whatever we are going to type it here, we are going to print it here. Instead of flask, we are going to say okay, admin and enter. Then it will tell you hello admin. Now I'm going to use Python text solution /text solution. Then it will print hello text solution. Okay, this is clear now. This is very important, this is statement, because when you are going to render based on the input parameter, then we have to use percentage for the statements. Okay, now I am going to show embedding Python statement in the HTML file. Now we are going to embedding Python statements in the HTML. Due to the fact that HTML is a markup language and purely based for the designing purpose, sometimes in the web application we may need to execute the statement for the general purpose computation. For this purpose, Flask facility used to delimiter, okay, which can be used to embed the simple Python statement into the HTML. Okay, now I am going to create one more file, that is print underscore table enter. Okay, print table. Now I'm going to use s2 printing table of n. Okay, that will come from the function itself. Okay, now I am going to show percent, okay, for I in range 1,11, that is excluded 11, 1 to 10, that means, and after that use s3 and multiply x x double quote and then I equal to space equal to and multiply by I, that is going to render. Okay, and this is after that end of for loop, end for. Okay, for loop percentage curly braces and curly braces. Okay, is save. Now I'm going to change the main.html file. Here nothing, instead of message.html I'm going to use print underscore table.html file, and we are going to use here, this is very important, I'm integer num. Okay, backslash table integer num, and we are going to define here the table that is going to take it num here, and we are going to use instead of n equal to num. Okay, this n is going to take it from here, right? And okay, and num basically that is going to take from this method, that is going to take as input parameter, that is num, and we are going to num that we are going to pass as a parameter into the URL. Remove this one, table backslash 11, enter. Right, now I'm going to say, right, 11 to 1, 11 to, going to use 120 also, enter. Right, you can see the table of 120. Okay, you can type anything here, 133, enter. Right, now the table of 133. Okay, this is clear now, this is very important. Now I'm going to show one more example. Okay, based on the marks result we are going to say that is pass or fail. Okay, marks pass or fail. Okay, inside the body what we are going to do, now I'm going to show percent curly bracket percent open and close if marks greater than 50 percentage close, then it will say h1 your pass, your result is pass. Okay, else curly braces open percentage else percentage curly braces close, then it will tell you your result is fail. Okay, and after that we are going to close indef. Okay, indef percentage. Okay, now I'm going to save it here. Now I'm going to change the main file. For that, what we are going to change, instead of table I am going to use score card. Okay, and then we are going to pass score, and what we are going to pass it here is score, and then what we are going to change it here marks.html. Now I'm going to change marks.html, and after that what we are going to do, we are going to use marks equal to score. Okay, this marks is nothing, that is going to this marks. Okay, based on the and this score is nothing, as I said, this is the input parameter of the function, and that is going to pass from the URL. I am going to save it here, local 5000 scorecard, new scorecard, and if you are going to pass, what will happen, it will say your result is failed. Okay, enter. Right, your result is fail. Okay, if fail is there, it's fail, is fail. Okay, enter once again. Okay, this is clear. Now if you are going to set 60, then what will happen, your result is pass. Okay. Now I am going to show one more example. Now I'm going to show one more example. We are passing as an input parameter here, right, in the URL score. We can pass the dictionary also. Okay, let's see how we are going to pass the dictionary into the this one marks.html. Yeah, I'm going to create new HTML file, that one. Okay, now I'm going to create new template file, that is result HTML file. Okay, that is result HTML file, your results. Okay, and here what I'm going to show, let's remove everything here. I'm going to get app.root. Okay, and then I'm going to pass column \results, and we are going to define one result methods function column. I'm going to define dictionary that we are going to pass it from here, equal to physics phy and value 50, chemistry that is 60, maths that is 70. Okay, and after that what we are going to do, we are going to return render template. Render template. I'm going to pass the result.html file. Okay, and here what we are going to pass it here, result equal to dictionary. Okay, that we are going to pass it here. Okay, now I am going to use here curly braces open percent for key comma value in result dot items. Okay, percentage curly braces, close it here, tr th, and going to use key th key, and I am going to say one more th you can add, th value. Okay, and close it. Okay, you can enter for better readability. And after that what we are going to do, we are going to end the for loop, percentage end for loop. Okay, 50, chemistry 60, and math 70. Table, we are not use table border equal to 1, we can use, and I am going to open here to close, save, and backslash result, enter. Let's see, you will get it right. Physics 50, chemistry 60, math 70.